I'm going to share one of the stories from my book. If it wasn't for my body speaking to me, I would most definitely be a statistic for rape. At 25 years old, I was heading to an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. I walked into a building where my meeting was being held and entered an empty elevator, or so I thought. When I turned around, I saw that a man had slipped in without me noticing, and he just stared at me. And then he made his way toward me, and he asked my name. I ignored him at first until I realized that he wasn't going to stop until I answered, so I finally just said, Jen. I tried to mind my own business, but before I knew it, he pulled the security knob on the elevator, which allowed the elevator to come to a stop because the building was old and run down. He got into my face and he stared at me so intensely, and my body began to shake. No one knew where I was. There were no cameras in this elevator and there was no service on my phone. No one was coming, and I was terrified. He started touching my body everywhere, on top of my shirt, over my breasts, between my legs. I was so scared. And I said to myself, I remember saying, this is it. I'm going to be raped. Before I knew it, something so big, way beyond logical reasoning or decision-making came through me. My body lifted with confidence, and I said, my apartment's on the 7th floor. Wouldn't it be better to go to my apartment and have a bed? It was like an out-of-body experience. I had no idea that that was coming through me or coming out of me, but it did. It just happened. And it was like an out-of-body experience. Immediately, his energy shifted. It was almost like watching a balloon poked and deflated. I could see the confusion rushing through him because I think he wanted the resistance, the fight, but my body knew better and it guided me. He pushed the knob back in and off we went, up to the 7th floor. When we got off the elevator, he wouldn't let me go. I continued to be so scared and shaking. I saw the office for the appointment right down the hallway. It pulled me so quickly, I broke free and I ran. I opened the door, I slammed it behind me, and I started to scream and cry. And the assistant that was in the office ran after the guy, but it was too late. Even when fear or angst is at its most heightened, when heat is rushing through our body and our head, our bodies know how to stand strong, how to protect us and inform us of what it is that we need. I'm going to remind you of something that I said at the beginning of the book because it relates to the story that I just shared with you now. Humans have always relied on the body's natural intelligence for survival. Our ancestors trusted their instincts to sense danger, find safety, food, and navigate the unknown. A quickened heartbeat warned of predators. Tense muscles signaled a readiness for action, and intuition guided critical and crucial decisions. This deep connection to the body was essential to life itself, but as society has evolved, we've prioritized logic over intuition and external validation over internal truth, and have become disconnected from our innate wisdom. Today, in a world filled with distractions and fear-based narratives, many of us ignore the subtle cues that our bodies tell us and when we need them the most. Those signals, the guidance we seek, are still within us, waiting to be heard. Reconnecting with our bodies isn't just returning to something ancient. It's a vital act of self-trust, and we need it now more than ever. Do you agree?